common misconception among elementary age students is that technology only refers to those things that are powered by electricity. But this experience leads them to a deeper understanding of technology and engineering. The insights gained also allow them to see that engineering and science is a creative endeavor, and that innovation and technology have had a huge impact on the world in which we live. I saw a lot of great thinking going on. I saw a lot of connections, a lot of arrows pointing to other people's thoughts. I saw somebody write, "I never thought of that." So let's just kind of summarize what we may have learned. So, what is technology? Rowan.
That there always has to be a source of power.
Charlie?
You need to the power source can't always be on, so sometimes you're gonna need to have charge the power source.
Okay. Anybody want to add to that? Anna?
Well, technology is something that works electronically and helps us work and other things.
We start the lesson with a chalk talk where students explore the question, what is technology? And then students work collaboratively using the See, Think, Wonder routine. And they look closely at examples, everyday objects as examples of technology. For example, a paper clip, a sticky note, and scissors. And then students examine the parts, and they make note of what problem the object solves. And they think about also what some other potential uses for the object might be. And they start to discover that technology is everywhere around us, and that engineers are people that create technologies. So the question is it human-made or natural? What do you think?
It could be both.
What makes you say that?
Because you could plastic, it's not.
But the spoon itself, do we find those like out in the natural world growing on trees? No. So it's human-made. What else could we use it for?
Complete a circuit, right?
Yeah. So what problem do you think the paperclip solves?
The problem the paperclip solves is papers were not organized, so it helps papers not fly away. It just keeps them all together.
Okay, so it organizes paper. What do you think people may have used before the paperclip was designed? Any ideas? Rowan? A paperweight, maybe? Yeah, okay. All right, so is the paperclip human-made or is it natural? Human-made. Okay, so we don't find paperclips like growing on trees, right? No, all right. What did all of these mystery objects have in common then?
They are all.
Rachel? So they're all made by humans, and what else? Let's look at our chart. What else do they have in common? Rowan?
They all have different uses.
So different uses, right? They all solve a problem, meet a need. Okay. Next, students complete a sort using resources from the Smithsonian Learning Lab collection, and they decide whether or not those are examples of technology. And as a result, they're able to come to the conclusion that technology is the human use of scientific knowledge to solve a problem or meet a need, and that it also includes processes like farming or even systems like the Morse code.
A hand axe, right? It's from the earth. No, it's not. It's man-made. Yeah, because they carved it. Yeah, they carved it. Yeah.
Butterflies are man-made, are not man-made.
How about smartphone? Yep. The wooden toy. Wooden toy is technology.
Oh, great.
How about the bike?
Yes.
How about a bonnet?
Yes. Yes.
Bonnet's technology?
No.
Yes. Bonnet is technology. Shoes?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. How about the game controller?
Yes.
You all agree on that. Telegraph key.
Yes.
You guys made a model of a telegraph? How about Morse code?
Yes.
Yes. Farming?
No. Yes.
Farming, yes. Yeah, so for me, as I really began to examine what understanding is and the processes involved, I recognized that in times in my classroom, we were more focused on maybe completion of work and delivery of content rather than developing a deep understanding. So now when I plan lessons, units, I ask, what does thinking and learning look like? What learning will be most relevant to these kids in the world that they live? And how do I know if my students are learning? We looked at the mystery objects. We know that those are examples of technology. And what did we say our definition was? Human-made and solves a problem in some way, right? Or meets a need. So some of you were questioning the wooden toy. What need does that meet? Or what problem does that solve? Charlie?
It just solves it solves that.
No, go. Why would you play with a toy?
Because it makes me happy.
Yeah, you're bored, so it solves the problem of boredom, right? It meets a need. What about the handheld fan? What problem does that solve? Harper?
When you're hot.
Cools you down, right? How can we define technology? Here's what we're going to do. Last part of this lesson is in your gray bin, you guys have an exit ticket, and one side says, I used to think technology was. So write down what you used to think about technology before we started this lesson, and now what you think. So this experience, and I spent a week in Washington, D.C., visiting all the Smithsonian museums. It really just motivated me to continue to grow. So, as a result, I continue to seek ways to promote dispositions needed for the students to become effective thinkers and active learners, and really global citizens.